Welcome to the Vue Linear Gauge component tutorial. With this Syncfusion Vue Linear Gauge component, visualize numeric values on a linear scale and customize the gauge's appearance to resemble instruments such as thermometers, rulers, and more. In this video, I will demonstrate how to create a Vue app and add the Vue Linear Gauge component to it. You can enable some of the component's basic features, such as changing the axis point of value, setting custom height and width for the axis, and adding multiple ranges to the axis. I will start the Vue application creation process by using the Vue v command. Make sure you have installed the latest versions of Vue and Node.js. I'll use Visual Studio Code as my editor and show the output in the Chrome browser. To create a project in Vue, open Visual Studio Code and type the command npm create v@latest. I name the project as my Vue app. Next, choose Vue as the framework and JavaScript as the variant. A Vue project is created. I navigate to the newly created Vue app and install the required dependencies by using the command npm install. The application is configured with the default settings of a Vue project. To use the linear gauge component, I type the command npm install at Syncfusion /ej2 Vue Linear Gauge -- save to install the component package and its dependencies. Next, I must register the trial license key to use Syncfusion components. I open the main.js file and import the register license method from the Syncfusion ej2 base package. Using this method, I register the trial license key. For instructions on how to generate a trial key, refer to the link in this video's description. To add the linear gauge component, I open the app Vue file and remove the default code. Then I import linear gauge component from the Syncfusion ej2 Vue Linear Gauge package. I add the EJS linear gauge tag inside the template section. Save the changes and run the application by using the npm run dev command. Here you can see the linear gauge displayed with elements like an axis line, a pointer, labels, and ticks. Next, I will show you how to customize the axis line. For that, I add the e-axis tag, which can contain n number of axes. Since the gauge holds a single axis, I will add a single e-axis tag. To use these tags, I need to import the axis directive and axis directive modules from the ej2 Vue Linear Gauge package. To customize the height and width of the axis line, I define a line object. I set the height to 350 pixels and the width to 7 pixels. I also set the color property to an appropriate value. I assign this object to the line property. Now the axis line is displayed with a custom height and width, and it is colored blue. Here, the default pointer value is 0. If I want to change the pointer value to 80, I add an e-pointers tag, which can contain n number of pointer definitions. Since this linear gauge holds a single pointer element, let me add a single e-pointer tag and set its value to 80. To use these tags, I need to import the pointers directive and pointer directive modules from the ej2 Vue Linear Gauge package. Check now, the pointer value is 80. Next, to set the ranges for this axis, I add an e-ranges tag, which can contain n number of e-range tags. First, I will show you how to add a single range to this linear gauge. I add the e-range tag and set the start property to 30 and the end property to 60. To use these tags, I need to import the ranges directive and range directive modules from the J2 Vue Linear Gauge package. See the ranges from 30 to 60 on the axis scale. Now I will show you how to add another range to a linear gauge and display it in different colors. First, I add one more eRange tag within the eRanges tag. I want to set the range from 60 to 90. So I set the start property to 60 and the end property to 90. Then I set the color property to an appropriate value. Look now, the newly added range between 60 and 90 is green. See the labels here which display numeric values by default. I can also display custom labels by using the format property. I define an object label style, and within it, I set the format property to the customized value with an additional suffix degrees Celsius. Here, the value represents the data label. I set this object to the label style property. Now you can see the linear gauge labels displaying the values in degrees Celsius format. Let's wrap up this video. I have shown you how to add the Syncfusion Vue Linear Gauge component to a Vue app and how to change the gauge's axis pointer value, set custom height and width for the axis line, and add multiple ranges to the axis. If you want to try out the example used in this video, you can download it from the GitHub link in this video's description. I have also shared a link in the description where you can learn about obtaining a free license key to use our Vue components through our community license if you are eligible. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel.